Hey everybody, Angel Arts here, and welcome back to another episode of Gay Replay Dragon Age Inquisition. In our last episode, we moved the story along and went to Val Royeaux, and we've gotten invitations from both Vivienne and Sarah. So last time we started with Sarah, this time we're going to start with Vivienne. So, I mean, Andy likes parties. He likes parties, you know, just as much as the next dwarf. So I think he's going to follow this lead first instead. Not that I don't think it really matters all that much. This time, I'll get to that.
Master Kadesh of the Inquisition?
That's me.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fate.
Hmm.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
One-time
Tearing
son-in-law.
up the tales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Everything they've told you is fact.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
Gotta play the game.
The Inquisition.
He's like, I gotta play the
What
game.
a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers.
Oh, it's the deflated
No one can
marshmallow
take it
man.
seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I want justice for the divine. We're restoring peace. This is a holy calling. What's your point?
I've never made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
I think I'll actually have her focus on ice spells
You know
in this
such
version.
rudeness is intolerable.
Makes more sense that way.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Let him go. I don't care. Eh. Andy's with the Carta. I mean,
He insulted my honor. I want him dead.
And this, Marquis, is why one must always be courteous to one's fellow guests.
that's how you play the game. That's the game.
Someone be a dear and clean this mess up. We can't have him cluttering up the dance floor. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
Very different from art.
Allow me to
Andy's
introduce
very different from
myself.
art.
I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard, and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Can you get away with killing a nobleman like that?
He attempted to draw his weapon, unprovoked, in the presence of witnesses. Duels are not fought in the drawing room. By Chevalier code, his life was forfeit from the moment his hand fell to his hilt.
Interesting part. He'll be polite. He's kind of intrigued. He's intrigued by Vivienne. Interesting party so far.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Is this business or pleasure? He does think that she's pretty.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows, magic will find neither of
Andy
its own.
kind of buys that. I guess he's not like... He's wary of mages, but I don't think that he outright wants to destroy all mages at all. He doesn't believe that at all. But I think he feels like the Circle is probably a good thing because it lets them learn their magics without hurting other people, and he's like, sure, that makes sense. It's probably like, to him it's a compromise. He'll flirt with her. He thinks that she's actually pretty darn hot.
Is your interest in the Inquisition Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
Aren't you charming?
He's cute.
It's professional, of course.
Of course. Sure, welcome aboard.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Wonderful. Okay. Now, what's going on? Oh, are we going back to Haven already? All right. We'll be sure to pick up Sarah as well. Let's go back in here first, though. We're definitely doing things a little bit out of order from the way Art did, but, you know, that's how I want to mix things up. If I'm doing a gay replay, I don't want to do everything exactly the way I did it with Art. Andy's his own man. Alright, let's go in here and check out what's going on.
Have you seen Enchanter Vivienne? should be.
She looks like a noble. It's arrogant.
It is not arrogant to be unafraid.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't like Vivienne. I think Andy kind of respects her. He likes her confidence. He likes that in a woman especially.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know the Chantry is no longer a threat to us.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
I think Andy is thinking Templars versus mages. He didn't like the Seeker Lucius, but he thinks that Cassandra and Cullen kind of have a point that not all of the Templars are necessarily... In fact, Lucius seemed to be the only one of the Templars that was passionate about what he was saying. All the other Templars were kind of, I don't know, Lord Seeker Lucius, I don't know about this. So again, just because Andy's very uncomfortable about teaming up with a whole band of mages, I don't know, I guess he probably feels like maybe we should find the Templars.
I think the Templars are worth investigating.
I agree. What could the Lord Seeker be up to?
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the contest...
That's true.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
It does sound suspicious. But why are you telling me this, Liliana?
So you're telling me this because...
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of...
Wally.
If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Picking up a lot of our companions. Speaking of picking up a lot of companions... Oh! Who is this? I have no idea. What a surprise.
Excuse me, sir. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclasi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the storm.
Oh, yeah.
My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Interesting.
What can your Bulls Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's one of those Canari, the big guys. With
Right,
arms.
right.
He leads from the front. He pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
Well, we welcome the help.
I look forward to meeting this Iron
I'm sure you do.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Sure you do. It looks like we got ourselves our first perk. So we're gonna go to the war table and buy that. I really find that my favorite and most useful perks are those dialogue perks. The one that lets you get more options in dialogue. And yeah, so again, they were so useful last time, I feel like I'm gonna grab those first before anything else. So, arcane knowledge, history knowledge, nobility knowledge, underworld knowledge. See, being from the Carta, it makes sense for Andy to have underworld knowledge. Yeah, that just makes sense. So that'll be the first perk I'm gonna get for him. Now the question is, can I go to the Storm Coast right now? The Chantry remains. Flames of the Inquisition, the Red Heart, available. Oh. Yeah, let's go grab the Red Heart.
To work?
Perfect. The Cult of Andraste, the Storm Coast. I need 4. Well, speak of the devil, I've got 4. Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity since Darkblood attacked the city. Yeah, I read this already. The Wardens are reclusive but not untraceable. If there are signs of the passage to the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Let's go get the Iron Bull, shall we? Sister Leliana, Lieutenant Harding, led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast. Let us venture forth, because I want to meet this Iron Bull.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the
Hey, Harding.
Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
Of course you haven't.
The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the Wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
Thank you, Harding. You're so great, Harding. I love you. Love is you. Requisition officer. Yeah.
Dispatch for you.
Report. Yeah, there's that dragon.
What is it?
This could help us.
Alright. But I don't care about the dragon right now. I care about the charges. Charges! Oh, might as well grab some elf fruit along the way. And there's that thing which I'm just gonna ignore right now, because I'm only gonna do the minimum of what I need to do to continue on the story. Because I need to replay this game, like I said. This time and second time and... Oh, okay. Hey! Yup. Yum. Wham. There we go. Probably should have given Vivienne the spells. That's probably something I should have done. It's a little too late right now. Yeah. I'm like, hold on a second. I forgot to do something. I knew I forgot to do something.
Chargers!
Hey,
down.
Freddy.
Krim!
And he's
we
like,
do?
who is that?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks.
And he's like, hello.
So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you could make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
This was impressive.
Nicely done. I hear you're looking for work.
I am. Not before my drink, though.
Fair enough. I still can't get over his pants. Purple and green.
I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Cremisius.
See you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have him check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. Least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Wouldn't cost you anything personally. Unless you want to buy drinks later.
He would buy him a drink.
Your ambassador, what's her name? Josephine. We'd go through her and get the payments set up. Gold will take care of itself. Don't worry about that. All that matters is we're worth it.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
Especially you,
They are,
IB.
But you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline body.
That's all Andy
I'm your
wants.
man. Whatever it is. Demons, dragons, the bigger the
The
better.
bigger the better,
And there's one other
Andy.
thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben-Hassrath?
Only a little.
They're a Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards and city watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben-Hassrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben-Hassrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
You're a Kunari spy, and you just told me.
Whatever happened at that conclave thing is bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
What would you send home in these reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Canari want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart. You let me send word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
What's in these Ben-Hassrath reports you're offering to share?
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth a damn, she'll put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. IB, pick me, pick me. Don't make you regret this. The Bull Chargers in an Iron Bull Dresser party. We don't want you. Iron Bull is not available as a party. The Bull Chargers do not join the Inquisition. Iron Bull is not available as a party. The Bull Chargers join the Inquisition. Iron Bull joins the party. Sure, you're hired.
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Prem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tevinter, right? Try blood. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Oh, yes. Vivienne, IB. Let's keep Varric around because we like Varric. Vivienne, my dear, first of all, every mage should have barrier. That's just a given. Apply. Next, let's bring up your ice skills, my dear. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Andy. Ooh, I've been waiting. I've been wanted Andy to get this. Hook and tackle. You hurl a light grappling hook at a target, then you yank to pull yourself to it. That's something I've been wanting. Give Andy a little bit more mobility. As a dwarf, I'm sure that would look awesome. And then Iron Bull. I gave Cassandra Vanguard, Battlemaster. They bolster their allies, 200 weapon, weapon and shield. They bolster their allies, hamper their enemies, and take advantage of any sign of weakness. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give Iron Bull, change things up for this one and give Iron Bull Battlemaster. Grappling chain, hamstring. When you attack target from behind, you leave them slowed. You know how to take the fight out of your foes. Your critical hits to leave enemies weakened. Horn of Valor. Giving allies the strength to fight harder. Yeah. You dive and roll to where the combat battle needs you to be, whether escaping from a group or moving to flank an opponent. I like these war horns, like these buffs and debuffs, so that's good. Yeah, I'm trying to mix it up with my party members this time a bit. Successor and Lides operation available. Oh boy, perfect. There's a ton of stuff down here. Sturdy Adventure Hat, Serpent Stone. Whole bunch of stuff to grab. Whole bunch of things to give to Manave. Barbarian Lord Maul. Oh, Varix needs to level up. Yeah, I need this. Full draw, love full draw. Such a good one. Alright, let's go back to Haven again. Because I want to go to the war table before I close. And then we can pick up Blackwall and Sarah in the next episode. That is my goal. Whew. We're just flying. We are flying. Game is so much shorter when you're not, you know, stuck in the hinterlands for 20-some episodes.
Your enchanter Vivienne lives well. She remains loyal to the...
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the
I will take
word
these
dispels
instruments
the
to
darkness
research
upon
in the
us.
nave.
Let's drop some things off to Manave real quick.
That can't be it. Perhaps Leliana was... No, that seems unlikely. What can... Oh, hello, Master Kadash.
I think I'm gonna go talk to her.
Something on your mind, Ambassador?
You could say that. I was speaking with Leliana and... Well, we discussed how to make people understand that a dwarf could be a herald of Andraste.
Is the idea really that shocking?
Is being a dwarf so controversial?
Everything about you promises to be controversial. Dwarves rarely join the Chantry. Why would the Maker's Chosen be one? They wonder.
Alright.
Few realize dwarves even have a religion in their philosophy of the stone.
Most humans don't know about the stone.
I've dined with merchants from Orzammar. Those who at court are happy to enlighten us. They explained that dwarves believe stone is alive, that good dwarven souls return to it in death. It was interesting, even if the Chantry mothers found it less...
I don't think that Andy is even spiritual. I don't think he may not believe in the Maker. I don't think he really has that much of a faith in general in things like that. So I don't think he believes in the stone either.
Some dwarves think rocks have feelings and their ancestors become ghosts. I don't buy it.
That's fortunate. The Chantry is already worried about the mark on your hand.
That's out of my hands. I can't help what people think.
I have concerns about more than your position as Andraste's herald. Leliana was telling me rumors that... it sounds preposterous.
But...
there are stories circulating that you were part of a criminal organization. The Dwarven Cartel.
Yeah... I was. I'm not gonna deny it.
I used to be. The Carter doesn't like their own to get too famous.
So it's true. Oh my. Were you only smuggling at least? Exchanging a few goods on the surface?
It was more violent than that. No, I don't think, Andy, it was more violent than that. Why the surface?
What makes you think I've never been to Orzammar?
I thought you were without a caste. It was my understanding that dwarves born on the surface are casteless and barred from Orzammar.
I've been there many times. I've never seen it. I've only visited a few times. I'll say he's only visited a few times.
There's ways to get inside Orzammar, if you know who to bribe. The Carter always knows. I've slipped in a handful of times.
Yes, about that. I do need to know the extent of your involvement in the Carter's activities.
Smuggling, nothing dangerous. Yeah. I like this because, again, this helps you define your Inquisitor's background a bit more. I really love this conversation with Josephine.
I was the buyer for fancy surface goods we sold to rich dwarven houses. Long hours, but peaceful compared to most Carter work.
That is a relief. Perhaps we can make your former occupation sound less unsavory. I'll handle the subject of your past carefully, Herald. I'm sure you can't miss that life.
I'm hoping you like Bad Boys. Sure I do. I was good at it. The Carter was a dead end. I miss the routine. I won't miss the brutality. I miss my comrades. I'm hoping you like Bad Boys.
You're not interested in a dashing dwarven rogue who lived at the edge of the law?
A dashing rogue?
What?
We can't quash rumors you were with the Carta, but if a more interesting one...
Well, there you go.
Thank you for the talk. I must ask Varric to draft...
Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Alright guys, I'm gonna just end it here. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Gay Replay Dragon Age Inquisition. It's cool that we got to meet a couple followers and got to know Andy a bit more. So, thanks for watching, and until then, love yourselves and love each other.